Sealift Command civilian mariners are frustrated and upset by orders that restrict them from leaving their ships while the coronavirus pandemic continues. Reporter Margaret Kavanaugh has been looking into this issue.
Thousands of civilian mariners are on military Sealift Command ships around the world. On March 21st, a gangway up order was put into effect, forcing them to stay on the ships. Captain Randall Rockwood is with the International Organization of Masters, Mates, and Pilots, a union for those impacted.
Master mates and pilots feel that the government, military Sealift Command, did not abide by its obligations to negotiate a change in working environment as drastic as this.
He says the civilian mariners on board the ships weren't prepared for the strict regulations.
It caught the mariners off guard. They were unable to put their cars in storage, take care of purchasing medical or personal hygiene requirements. They were unable to deal with the family issues because in one moment they were restricted to the ship not to get off.
He says Navy personnel are allowed to leave the ships along with contractors, but the civilian mariners are not. And they're worried about their own safety. We reached out to Military Sealift Command. They say sailors are controlled by different Navy commands, while the civilian mariners are controlled by them. They say safety is their biggest concern and said, quote, "We understand the strain this puts on mariners and their families, but we are operating in unprecedented times, and these actions are critical to ensuring their safety." It went on to say our aggressive mitigation strategies are designed to prevent the spread of infection on board our vessels, which protects everyone. We are confident the order is effective in reducing the spread of coronavirus on MSC ships.
What we want is that they get treated, the civilian mariners get treated like all other mariners, including active duty Navy.
We've heard from many of the civilian mariners who have been impacted by this. They didn't want their names used because they fear punishment from their superiors.
But one told us, quote, "My civil rights have been violated." Another person told us we were provided absolutely no time to prepare for being restricted to the ship. Imagine showing up to work at your office and being told you are no longer allowed to leave. Senator Mark Warner told News 3 he's received complaints about the situation and said, quote, "My office has reached out to the Navy to understand their protocols aimed at the health crisis and to see if they are willing to grant our civilian workforce some flexibility." Meanwhile, the civilian mariners keep waiting as the situation unfolds. I'm Margaret Kavanaugh for News 3.